said Frankie's in that joint. You know, going on. He said Frankie.
Oh my God! Look at this. 12 o'clock.
Chanel, don't play with her.
Please don't. Oh my God, y'all.
You got
It
that
real.
booty.
I didn't buy this on eBay. This thing real.
Blue. Hey, that another clap.
Surrounded me as I was doing a live report. And the minute that the light went out, suddenly I was groped, I was grabbed, my clothes were torn. I literally had to fight to get out of that group. And so let's go ahead and look at this tape so that you can see what I'm talking about. This was live on television. Barely. I gotta get out of here. Okay. So tell me. So you hear me yelling there as a woman, and certainly I was really kind of surprised by it. I wasn't scared. I was surprised by it. Why do you think that some of this goes on a daily basis where women riding the train, women riding the bus, they have to deal with being touched and groped on a daily basis?
Well, I mean, I've lived in India too, and I think you're right in saying that there is a strong culture in India, I think, of what they call eve teasing. And unfortunately, in a lot of cities, this happens to a lot of women who are traveling around, just Indian women traveling around, not just tourists, but, you know, everyone, where they're just groped, they're harassed, and I think that there is a problem there where men don't understand the boundaries and don't understand the difference between, or don't at least respect women's boundaries because they're traveling around, they're doing this and they're doing that.
The minute that the light went out,
and the Lord is going to turn the lights off on Babylon the Great, which is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, all right, just like he did in ancient Egypt, all right. This is Exodus 10 and verse 21. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And that's going to happen again, all right? Again, to New Egypt, all right, that being America. Before I continue, let me start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teaching the course where I learn this truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. All right, that being the house of David. All right, and if you got spiritual eyes to see, you would know the same spirit that was in David was the same spirit that was in Moses. All right. So again, I'm going to read this. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. All right, and in the times we're coming into, known as Jacob's trouble, the Lord is going to plague Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, with the plagues of ancient Egypt. All right, let me get this in 2nd Ezra 15. All right. 1 second, y'all. All right, 2nd Ezra 15. All right, the scripture is in verse 11, but we're going to start up right first before I read verse 11. Read verse 5. It say, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right, so the Lord said he's going to bring plagues upon the world. All right, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right, now let's jump back down to 11. But we'll start at verse 10. Behold, my people, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And it's talking about New Egypt, all right? America today. Verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. All right, ancient Egypt wasn't destroyed. It's still being inhabited to this day. All right, I think it's called, it's modern day Iran, if I'm correct. All right, verse 12, Egypt, being America, shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai power shall bring upon it. All right, the Lord is coming to destroy America. All right, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. He's coming to make this place, you know what I'm saying, a desert. All right, through the ICBM nuclear missiles. All right, he's gonna use those missiles from these different nations to fire off over here on Babylon the Great, and it's gonna turn this place into a lake of fire. All right, that didn't happen to ancient Egypt. All right. And you can see why that this place has to be destroyed. The spirit that's in this place is extremely perverse. And 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you embody that shit. All right, you got niggas slapping their mama on the ass and shit. All right, you know what I'm saying? That's fucking madness. All right, then his mother, all right, starts making that thing clap. And you know what I mean? It's just a perverse spirit. Isaiah 19:14, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. All right, when you look up this word right here, perverse, all right, okay. It says of a person or their actions showing a deliberate
Perverse.
Asalaki. Is he gonna do it? Okay. It says of a person or their actions showing a deliberate and obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable, often in spite of the consequences. All right, that's this place. All right, let's see. Right here, contrary to the accepted or expected standard of practice. Yeah, contrary to the accepted or expected standard or practice. All right, and you see what goes down over there. That nigga slapped his mama on the ass, talking about she got a fat booty. All right, nigga, man, listen. The times we coming into Jacob's trouble, you women are gonna get destroyed out here for that. All right, and your sons. All right, it's a term they I seen one of the brothers. He did a video on it. I think he said son, husband, son. I typed it in. Son, husband. All right. And it's basically, you know, another form of, you know what I'm saying, you mama boy ass niggas. All right, cleaving to your mother in a perverse way. All right, and your mothers raise you up that way. I've heard bitches refer to their sons as their king. All right, you know, because they ain't got no man or they done ran their son's father off. And now they look at the son as their king. All right, how the fuck is that work? All right. You're destroying him. All right, if anything. All right, you niggas that's raised by these, you know what I'm saying, witches. Let me see. It says, what does husband son mean? All right, an adult male from an immigrant background, that don't matter. It don't matter what background it's from. And it don't even necessarily got to be an adult. It could be a kid, but we're going to use the adult version, all right? An adult male living at home with his mother and or siblings who fulfills the emotional and intellectual needs of his mother at the expense of his own personal, romantic, and or emotional development. All right, and you know that's a pretty good definition. All right, and the scriptures told us, you know, to watch these women, all right, and how they, and then Isaiah 30, Proverbs 31. Watch these women and how they bring up your children, all right? This is Proverbs 31:3, especially your sons. It say, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings, all right? And that's what these women would do to their sons, all right? If the sons aren't raised in a proper setting with a male authority figure at the head of said setting, all right, they're going to be effeminate and they're going to, you know, be destroyed ultimately, all right? It's rare that you see a man become a man when he's raised by a fucking woman, all right? Because he's going to take on a lot of her feminine characteristics, all right? And you know, nigga slapped his mama on the ass. That's fucking madness. All right, but now we're going to deal with the last part of the lesson. You know, when you seen the news reporter and shit, she was over there in India, all right? And she was in a crowd of men, all right? A place she should not have been. All right, woman, your place is to be at fucking home. All right, now we understand and know we in captivity and we under the curses and everybody got to work and whatnot, but you brought that on yourself, all right? Why in the fuck did you feel it was feasible for you to stand in a group of men just because you got a news anchor job or whatever pedestal you were put on. All right, and you see what they did to her. All right, they was trying to control themselves while the lights was on. Cause if you pay attention to the video, they was looking at her ass, sizing her up with the lights on. But the moment them lights went out, as she said, the moment the lights went out, all right, she got her shit grabbed up on. All right, you know, and the times we coming into known as Jacob Trouble, ain't gonna be no covering to come help you women. All right. Nah, them days is over. The gathering ain't gonna show up. All right, she probably had a male cameraman right there, but listen, in that day, he gonna be in fear of his life. All right, cause shit, he jump in and try to stop that. All right, he might get beat to death. All right. It's Isaiah 32 and verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. All right, and she's definitely you know what I'm saying, an at ease woman. All right, you heard her say out her own mouth when the shit happened. She was like, I wasn't necessarily scared. I was more so appalled. I think she said that word. She was more so taken back that the shit was actually happening. All right, but she said she wasn't scared. All right, guess what? Times we're coming into, you're gonna tremble with fear. All right, because you're gonna know ain't nobody coming to stop what's happening. All right. If anybody does come, more than likely they coming to take part in the judgment that you're going to be receiving in that day. All right, the Lord going to have all you women who are proud and, you know, think so highly of yourselves, all right, you know, and not shamefaced. He going to humble you, all right, you know. And through that humbling, a lot of you women are going to, you know, get put down, all right? You're going to get put to death through your humbling. All right, now it might be some women who, you know, go through that thing and get away at the last second, all right, and be running through the street assed out, all right, you know what I'm saying, titties and ass everywhere, just running down the fucking street, all right, and you know, if she's at a elect and the Lord lead her to an elect man, she's gonna be extremely humble because she's gonna remember, all right, before she got with that man, she was running down the street, all right, with her shame exposed and men chasing her, all right, Teeth the Beast chasing her. All right, you know, cannibals, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to just, you know what I'm saying, beat it out the frame. They're going to eat it out the frame. All right, they're going to eat you. All right, you're going to come with delectable. All right, in more ways than one. All right. So when the lights go out, you know, shit, it's Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time, when the lights is out, all right, Jacob's trouble. And at that time, shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. This is talking about the archangel Michael, all right, the angel of war. All right, he's going to stand up for the elect. He ain't going to stand up just for no 2/3 ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And when I say nigga, I'm talking about you Hispanics and Native Americans as well. All right? Because y'all represent the house of Jacob also. All right? 2 out of 3 of the Lord's people got to be cut off and die over here in Babylon the Great. All right? Where the great grape is going to take place. All right? The great grape is going to take place. All right? In America. Daniel 12 and 1 again. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All right, only the elect is written in the book of life. All right, starting with the 144,000 elect men. All right, the governors of Israel. And then you got the 1/3 remnant, which represents, you know what I'm saying, men, women, and children who, you know what I'm saying, understood the 144 and was with the 144. And ultimately they was chosen for salvation the first time around with the 144 before the foundation of the earth was even laid. All right, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua have their own cluster of grapes in whom they delight in. And then they got that bitter cluster of grapes, all right, which is you 2/3, which are, you know, those what they say, let the multitude perish, which was born in vain. All right, the majority of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans was born in vain any fucking way. All right, you was just put here to be a wicked piece of shit, and to come back and continue to be a wicked piece of shit until the Lord burn your ass on this side, and then last captivity, which is right now. You know what I'm saying? The captivity under Edom. All right. Esau's last leg of his Roman Empire. All right. And go, you know what I'm saying? You niggas gonna get your blessing in the kingdom of heaven. All right. You know, when you get to be a, you know, an inherent baby, a trust fund baby. That's what I've been hearing of lately. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go, the 2/3 that die on this side and have to come back in the kingdom, they're gonna be trust fund babies. They're gonna be born with an inheritance. They ain't gonna go from this world seeing Esau and all these heathens get their ass whooped and put into slavery, all right, into the next world. No, they're gonna be born into that world, all right? You know? And a lot of you women over here in Babylon the Great, all right, again, with the spiritual Sodom and Egypt, get ready for when them lights go out, all right? Because it's gonna happen, all right? It's gonna happen. The Lord said He's gonna smite Egypt with plagues as before, all right? This is Isaiah 13. This is some of the things that's gonna also be happening when that light go out, all right? Let me see. I'm gonna read verse 11. It says, "And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." All right, and you got to remember, 2/3 of our people, they fit this bill. All right, ye of your father the devil. All right, the scripture tell you pride go before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Then the scripture tell you the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forward necks and one-tongued eyes. All right, so they're going to fall with this place. All right, verse 12. "I will make a man, an Israelite, elect man, more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir." All right, so the elect men are more precious than fine gold. All right, and you women and you people of the world are about to find that out. All right, because again, when the lights go out and all hell's breaking loose, the elect are gonna be secure. All right, you know, gonna be eating, feasting, drinking, being merry. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be in the spirit of destitution like you people is. Or you people gonna be walking around, you know what I'm saying, just, the scripture tell you man gonna be as women, all right? Gonna have their hands on their knees like they got labor pains and shit, wailing like bitches and shit. So imagine how much more so worse a woman gonna be in that day. And these women gonna see the men of the Lord and the spirit they in, and they gonna want to get a hold of that, and they gonna want to have a part of that. But a lot of them gonna get rejected because shit, they ain't fit, all right? A lot of them came across the men of the Lord and have been with the men of the Lord, and they rejected those men, all right? So, you know, and the Lord got his, again, he got his women put back to the side for the elect men, all right? I truly believe that it's a lot of women that we've never seen, you know what I'm saying, or nothing. They ain't on the, they just ain't out there like that. They're tucked away. I believe the Lord got that for his men in that day, because the scripture tell you in Isaiah 4:1, 7 women gonna cleave to 1 man, 7 being a complete number. All right, but to those who ain't of that select number, elect number, selected, elected number, you know what I'm saying, you can expect this. Isaiah 13 and verse 16, "Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished." All right, you know, that great grape. All right, and ain't nobody coming to stop it. All right, the men of the Lord damn sure ain't coming to stop it, because, you know, this is the judgment from the Lord to you women. Now, we told you about it before it happened. Been reading these, me myself, and I can only speak for myself. I mean, you know, I make a lot of videos, and I say a good half of them have to do with, you know what I'm saying, these women and shit, if you want to call them women. All right, but who obtained the report? All right, going to the apostles and elders and like-minded men of Great Millstone, they've been bringing this out 30 years. All right, 30 plus years. All right, so this word has been accessible. All right, I only been teaching for 5. All right, but my elders and apostles, again, they've been doing this thing 30 plus years, so the word has went out. All right, ain't gonna be no excuse in that day to say you ain't know or you ain't here. All right, so no, this is coming. All right, verse 17, "Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children." All right, this is talking about the missiles. All right, let me go up a verse to verse 17. "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver And as for gold, they shall not delight in it. The modern day Medes represent the Russians. All right, they're in their landmass, so they, they're Gog and Magog today. And they're going to be the number one army, what you want to call them, army, military, whatever you want to call it, the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. All right, they're going to be the number one military who the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, uses to burn Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, a.k.a. America. All right, and he's going to use America's allies, NATO, all right, to burn them as well, and eat her flesh and burn her and make her naked. All right. Verse 18 again, their bows, they're talking about their missiles, all right. Also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity upon the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, because once those missiles get shot off, they're not returning back. All right, the Lord is going to have every single missile hit where he wanted to hit. Ain't now one of them going to run into each other. They're not going to break rank. They're not going to do none of that. The Spirit of the Lord is in them missiles. That's part of the Lord's army as well. He going to guide them missiles, all right? And they're going to get shot from one end of the earth to the other, and they're going to 200 million nuclear warheads are going to bring down on Babylon the Great. All right, and this is going to be the outcome. Verse 19, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency shall be as when Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah power overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there. And staters shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. All right, this is talking about America, Babylon the Great. All right, this is what's coming. All right, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. Them ICBM missiles gonna rain down on this place and burn you up. But before that, again, Jacob's trouble is gonna hit. And a lot of you women gonna get destroyed in that. You ain't gonna even make it to the ICBM missile. You're gonna get destroyed in that. But the Lord gonna bring your spirits back. All right, and gonna leave your ass here too. Get that second death. All right, that's how cold the Lord is. Ain't none of you niggas escaping. All right. So y'all forgive me. Yeah, that's what's coming. So, that's pretty much it for the lesson, Lord willing. It was edifying. I just wanted to put up something right quick. I had them clips that I seen. All right, and the Spirit just had me, just got off of work and I wanted to put this up now. All right, so all honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, teaching the course around in this truth. All right, any questions, comments, anything like that, just leave in the comment section. All right, and I get at you about it. All right, so Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.